Moeder bezat er geen centje en vader was dagenlang zoek. Ach moeder, geef mij toch een broekie, want in mijn oude zit een scheur. De jongens op school roepen wat moet hij. Zijn billen die zien we de deur.
Iedereen is vreemd. Iedereen is
De
vreemd.
moeder werd ziek van de zorgen, lag stil en bedrukt in een hoek. Geen mens die haar centen wou borgen en Jantje vroeg nog om zijn broek.
My name is Jacqueline van der Geer, and I am a multidisciplinary artist, meaning that I am really moving between all kinds of artistic disciplines. I'm recording this in Rotterdam, which is my city of birth, where I am staying now to help my mother out because she's moving to a senior home. So maybe you hear some strange background noises like doves and people on balconies because the weather is great. I am living in Montreal. I immigrated there in 2005. That's a very multidisciplinary city for the arts, very eclectic, and it has the highest number of artists in Canada living there. So I feel like a fish in the water. And yeah, now about my art. I have a bachelor in visual arts, which I got in Rotterdam back in the days at the Willem de Koning Academy, and a bachelor in mime and theater and experimental arts in Amsterdam. And I collaborate and I make solo projects. And in the realm of performance art, I kind of move between Dada-inspired projects where I am looking for absurdity and a bit of humor and a bit of grotesque. I'm not shy of making costumes. I'm not shy of working with objects. And then on the other end of the spectrum of my performance artist practice is making very interactive performances in which actually my audience become my participants, and where I'm looking to really take down that so-called fourth wall between an artist and between the so-called audience, so that we actually make an encounter as if it was in my living room, very intimate, very free, and where people sometimes basically can take over the show, and in which I could actually disappear if I wanted to. I did that once. It was very funny. People were still busy doing all kind of things and didn't notice that I was gone. So in my performance art practice, I'm looking mostly for connection and intimacy and a kind of togetherness. I'm also working a lot with objects because I do think that objects are filled with history, are filled with memory, and that objects can tell us a lot about human stories. And now you hear the siren in Rotterdam, and you're looking at pictures from shows. And basically, that is another aspect sometimes of my performances. I can make performances that are very linear, very clean, very structured. But I also like sometimes to start in a structure and then let the performance live its own life. And that can become very chaotic for maybe an outsider, but I know that for the people that are participating in that performance, it totally makes sense.